Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Weekly Midnight Radio. I'm Adli, the host and the owner of this Weekly Midnight Radio program. Through this program, you could learn about various notable games, in my opinion, and then you could also learn about various streamers on Twitch. This podcast contains highlight from the program which aired live on Twitch every Saturday at 9 p.m. The new episode in this podcast will be available every Monday. Thank you for listening to this podcast, and if you enjoy the content, please consider donating to help me produce more great content in the future. Thank you so much.
Let's go fucking gacha dude. Finally like gambling.
Baik, selamat datang kembali di Weekly Midnight Radio episode ke-59. Welcome back to Weekly Midnight Radio episode 59. Selamat datang kembali. Kenapa rasanya rusuh sekali? Why can't you be quiet and be still? Be civil. Tadi bilang apa ya? Iya, selamat datang kembali di Weekly Midnight Radio episode ke-59. Sebentar, aku lupa lagunya terlalu keras. Belum dikurangi. Kita tadi barusan mendengarkan 3 lagu. Ada Som dari Soyu, Jonggigo and Lil Boy. Terus ada Ochoda, Majuchin Gede dari Songgolme, di-request oleh Indong. Tadi Som di-request oleh Lea Kill. Ada Solitude dari Cusco, di-request oleh Alex. Dan sekarang kita akan masuk ke segmen paling akhir, yakni segmen ketiga, yakni Trivia of Guest Star and Closing Mark. Ya Allah. Sementara itu, mau mengingatkan bagi para penonton atau para pendengar, kalau ingin bertanya dan berpartisipasi aktif, bisa gunakan channel poinnya 99 via channel point untuk teks di chatroom, atau 369 via audio kalau mau gabung obrolan via audio via Discord. Baik, itu saja sepertinya. Tadi ada pertanyaan satu dari kode Joy, the most absurd thing you did when ADHD kick in. Ini sebenarnya ada pertanyaan juga sebenarnya di komentar. ADHD itu short term memory loss nggak sih? Mungkin kalau misalnya mau menjelaskan sedikit boleh.
Alright, I'll fill you in, brother. Since you were asking, memory loss and ADHD are different. Alright, memory loss is what you call pikun in English. Pikun-pikunan itu berarti, ya, you know what? You know what pikun is. Jadi cepat lupa gitu loh. Barusan kayak tadi itu contohnya. Aku mau ngejelasin sesuatu, besok langsung forgot that shit loh. Instantly just forgot that shit what I was talking about like. Nah, people have this, but not to the extent of like frequent. Well, on the other hand, ADHD is what I did earlier. If I don't have anything to do, I would just twirl this. This is a good like a good, what is it called again? Like a good ADHD tool. You know those fidget spinners? Those like fucking the things that you just spin around. Like those helps too. Just spin around.
Those are not just a toy.
Yeah,
it helps.
It helps. It helps people like me just to spin around and then just stare at it. So I would just stay still. ADHD are always like confused with hyperactive. Well, most of it's a bit similar, but hyperactive is more towards being hyperreactive. Like lebih aktif dia orangnya. Run around, talk more. But if ADHD is if you put a person in front of a monitor, just like me, and if there's nothing interesting going to happen, I would just like do this, just spun around and spun here like this. That's what you call ADHD. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. So my attention is just like divided by 2, if that makes sense. Hopefully that answers and clarifies your confusion.
Okay, so the most absurd thing you did when ADHD kicked in?
The most absurd thing I did when I had my ADHD, I would just dance here. Look at this, like this whole platform. I would just dance in that. That's
Why is that considered as absurd?
That's the absurd thing. Like karena yang lain tuh misalnya kan kalau puter-puter kursi, ngomong sendiri, muterin pulpen itu kan ya sih normal gitu loh. It's just classroom behavior. Dancing is not normal to me, okay, to my book. That's it.
Oke. Ada pertanyaan. Aku pernah mau mandi tapi malah ambil piring. Itu termasuk ADHD?
No, that's not ADHD. That's just you just lost focus, okay? Just lost focus. It happens to everyone. Okay, it's not ADHD. Okay.
Oke. Mari kalau begitu kita lanjut ke segmen terakhir, segmen ketiga. Di segmen ketiga ini gue Empina in Live. Empin akan menjawab pertanyaan secara random. Saya punya list pertanyaan dan nanti Empin akan redeem channel point. Kemudian nanti akan muncul pertanyaan secara random di layar begitu. Kita mulai dari 5 pertanyaan terlebih dahulu ya. Ada komentar. Untungnya dia nggak muter kepalanya 360 derajat. Agak lain.
Man, what the fuck will you expect me to do? Like break dance and shit? No, bro.
Oke, mari kita lanjut ya kalau begitu ke segmen ketiga. Sebentar ya.
Okay, you have to like turn that on, right?
Silahkan Empin di redeem.
Where is it? I don't see it. Do I need to refresh it first? All in request on this song I'm looking.
Oh, tidak hidup. Oh, silakan.
Oh, finally I found it. Let's go. Come on, baby. Big money.
What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? Wah, bagus.
What would I do if I feel overwhelmed? Overwhelmed by what? At first, like if I'm overwhelmed by a crowd of people, I would just put on my headset. I have like earbuds and shit. I just put that shit and just listen to music. Ignore the entire crowd around me. Like it feels so nice to just be only. If I'm overwhelmed with maybe anxiety about misalnya kayak ujian proposal kan itu kan it's a bit nervous, anxiety,
stressful,
right? What do I do? I would just try to calm myself down. This is one of my great I think it's a good trait of mine. Every time I play with my friends, right? Play like Rainbow Six Siege or Little Company or Genshin or any like adrenaline pushing games. I told them to just calm down. If they are calm, you would win any game. You would win any matches, right? Like, mark my words. Like, just need to calm down, and assess your situation. What should I do? Should I do this first or should I do that first? Okay, nitpick your option first, and then once you have those in line, you would just do this chronologically with a calm mind. That's it. That's probably what I would do if I feel overwhelmed.
Okay. Do you play fidget spinner if you feel overwhelmed?
I don't have a fidget spinner right now. This is my fidget spinner right now. I would just twirl this around if I'm feeling like it. But yeah, I don't like fidget spinners at all. I usually just grab if my friend has one, I just yanked it out of his hand. Let me borrow it for a second. Just spin it for a second, and then when I feel bored, just give it back to him. The fidget spinners doesn't really interest me that much.
Okay. Ada komentar. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed by me? Ask Kode Joy.
By you, I would just fucking berate you with a lot of bullying comments, right? Like, man, shut the bitch ass up. Like, man, why you do this? Like, why you do that? Like, and then so. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Ada komentar lagi. How do you control the adrenaline rush?
Adrenaline rush. On which what? Like, probably misalnya kayak tadi kan ujian tuh. I would just try to assess things, calm my mind off, try to like be more positive rather than just thinking about the negative side. Like, what if I fail? What if I just mess this up or anything like that? Just focus on the positive side. So, think you could just do this. You could do this. You can make it out. Recheck anything. Check everything. Once you got that all of them checked out, you would just feel a bit more calmer when you presentate. That's it. That's probably like the best answer I could give to anyone, because like all of people, like most people are different, right? How they like deal with adrenaline rush. But adrenaline rush could be good. For example, like playing a game, maybe like clutching a Valorant game or Valorant match or Valorant round, I should say. Adrenaline rush gives you more reaction time. It just amps up all of your like senses. Like you could just flick and then just headshot, and then you don't even fucking like realize what you just said. That's what Adrenaline Rush are for. Are for like those moments. But for moments like the important ones are probably you just need to calm down. Probably that's the best answer. That's it lah.
Sebentar. Atensiku kebagi dua. Karena barusan itu ada suara kucing. Induknya kayak manggil anaknya.
Oh, where's my child? Where's my child? Alright, take your time, find your cats lah.
Betul, karena
Adrenaline
basically induknya ini nganter anaknya ke sini.
Where, from
Satu-satu.
outside? From outside?
Iya, satu-satu
Holy
diantar.
shit.
Terus satu lagi belum ketemu. Kan aku tadi tidak bilang di stream, tapi aku bilang kayak offline gitu ke Mpin. Karena kalau aku sudah ada
7
7 kucing sekarang basically.
7 cats.
Ada 2 yang gede, satu yang gede banget lagi beranak itu di sebelah sana. 2 anak yang baru warnanya koreng dan satu lagi warnanya hitam. Terus ada yang belang, ada yang hitam putih. Dan ada satu lagi sebenarnya yang kaliko tapi belum diantar induknya begitu. Induknya tuxedo.
Pada tipe anak.
Induknya manggil tapi dia nggak mau datang dengan deket begitu loh. Kalau dideketi dia lari. Dan berusaha manggil-manggil lagi. Kan aku agak pusing.
Hell no, bro. The child is avoiding her mother. Hell no, it's typical.
Anyway, kita lanjut ya. Ada pertanyaan dari Kazeyoru. Ada kepikiran Semir berewok yang jadi ijo neon nggak?
Hell no, bro. What the fuck? What do I look like a Valorant character? Nah, hell no, bro. Aku benci banget sama orang-orang yang Semir bener. I don't know why. It's just like I hate it. I hate people that dye their hair. It just doesn't look very fluent. Okay, like maybe if it looks good, I would let it slide. But it doesn't if it just like contrast with your skin tone or your personality. But bro, I fucking hate that shit loh.
Berarti kamu emang nggak ada rencana mau cat rambut kan ya?
Nah, nggak ada. I just like it jet black. Mungkin kalau dikomentarin tentang jenggotku pas merah warnanya ya, mungkin ya. Mungkin kayaknya aku bakal bilang kalau itu tuh natural. Tapi sebenarnya kok tak tahu juga kenapa itu agak kemerahan untuk nggak ginger. Mungkin probably it's just like mutation genetics. Yeah, probably.
Perhaps you do have it. Perhaps you do have European blood after all.
Yeah, Viking motherfuckers lah. Scandinavian bloodline lah.
Perhaps, but who knows? Anyway, mari kita lanjut ke trivia kedua kalau begitu.
Let's go lah. Another one lah. Start gambling lah. Big money, come on.
Cat putih bang jadi Shirohige.
Hell no, bro. What the fuck? Would you have a big or small house? Oh, this is a new one. I never heard this. I never seen this before.
Do you?
Would I? What?
Iya, lebih pilih rumah gede atau rumah kecil?
Do I have a big house or do I have? I have both actually.
Do you have 2 home?
Yeah, I have 2 home. This is the whole. Ini rumah. Ya bilangnya rumah kota. Lagi satu rumah.
Guys. Orang kaya guys.
Bangsat anjing nggak gitu. Itu kan gini jatuhnya apa namanya keturunan apa sih intinya harta tuh kalau harta diturunin apa namanya
Harta ya warisan.
Warisan yes lah. Warisan. I have a warisan yang di rumahku di satu yang rumah my old house. It's huge. It's like 4 acres.
Hah?
Iya, 4 acres tuh ada nggak sih?
Kayak berarti ada sebentar. Indong ada rencana mau tambah saudara.
Not yet. Hell no, bro, not yet.
Melancarkan serangan-serangan. Sebentar, ini kamu bentar. Kalau misalnya ini kan pertanyaannya apakah mau punya rumah gede
rumah
atau rumah
gede.
kecil?
Rumah
Dan
kecil.
kamu punya kedua-duanya.
Yeah, if I would choose, I would rather say that I would like to have a smaller home, because if I have a big home and there's like little to no people in it, I would be scared shitless. Okay, like, don't get me wrong. Like, call me weird, call me a fucking wuss. I fucking hate being alone in a house, in a big house like that, because my other home, the big one, is a bit more darker than this one. Bro, I fucking hate the dark.
Tapi kalau misalnya rumah gede gitu, ya kayak mau bilang sendirian itu susah nggak sih ngurusnya?
Ya susah banget sih lah. Oh itu 3 orang ya di sana udah kesusahan ngurusnya lah. Agak demanding, right? It's a bit demanding lah. Karena kan perlu apa namanya itu kayak perharian tuh kan ada kayak kegiatan religius. Itu kan perlu there's a lot of things, right? Perlu banyak kali ditaruh tuh, and it's quite overwhelming. Tapi ketiga orangnya ini udah kayak kebiasa gitu loh. That's the thing. Now I would prefer a smaller home because I could navigate easily. If I'm on my other home, then man, that shit is fucking dark as fuck.
Oke, ada komentar sekolahnya aja swasta mahal, no wonder. Legacy, iya legacy ini warisan kan ya artinya. Oke, tapi kamu nggak ada rencana tambah saudara? Di kakaknya sepi jangan-jangan?
Aku kepikiran nih sebenarnya kan karena di kakakku cuma ada aku sama ibuku aja.
Hah? Oke. Terus mau nambah saudara? Aku bisa Pin. I really need.
Ayo come to Bali.
Modalnya lebih gede ya. Modalnya lebih gede ya. Nambah orang di kakak ternyata tidak nanya siapa. Tapi kan boleh ya melancarkan serangan juga. Yang nanya siapa tapi yang diterima kan belum tentu ya.
For real.
Nobody knows. Aduh ya Tuhan. Kita lanjut ya kalau begitu ya.
Let's go another one lah. Man, I fucking love doing this gambling shit.
Sebentar aku mau komentar. Aku baca komentar Yoru dong. Papa Empin minta warisan dong tanah 100 hektar aja. Kamu 4 akre itu. Hektar tuh luas kan ya?
Itu bukan hektar sih, itu 4 are tuh. 4 are itu tuh kecil kelihatannya karena apa dibagi. Nah, gini konsep rumah orang Bali tuh, orang yang tradisional. Itu dibagi-bagi anjir rumahnya loh.
Oh, jadi, I see. Mungkin kayak apa sih? Satu kompleks itu sesuku semua. Gitu kah?
Maybe you could say that. Yeah, maybe you could. In this part, on the right side, it's home. On the top side, itu kayak apa ya? Kayak tempat beribadah gitulah. Tempat beribadah lah. Nah, ini tengahnya nih halaman, kirinya tuh dapur, kepisah gitu loh.
Oh, I see. Semeton itu apa artinya?
Semeton tuh artinya tuh keluarga atau enggak? Ya keluarga artinya semeton dulu.
Aku kayaknya kebayang ini rumahmu maksudnya gimana. Kebayang gak sih kalau misalnya ada rumah tapi yang di tengahnya itu kayak taman, tempat luas, lapang, terus rumah di tepi doang gitu loh.
Yeah, it's like that. Similar like that. It's just not that
iya, nggak seluas itu, tapi kan kira-kira dipisah-pisah gitu ya. Makanya ngurusnya susah.
Truly. Itu emang tradisi soalnya dari dulu. Soalnya ada artinya tuh kok kenapa di atas tuh di paling utara tuh taruhin kayak tempat beribadahnya, terus di kanannya tuh ada tempat tidurnya, tempat kita diemnya tuh gitu.
Paham. Kayak Feng Shui Cina kan ya, artinya sebenarnya ada masing-masing.
Ya.
Oke. Jadi saudara bisa kenapa begitu?
itu kayak gitu. Tadi kan aku ngomongin tentang kalau orang logat Bali itu kayak gitu, isi E belakangnya kan. Kayak gitu dah orang ngomongnya lah. Ya jadi saudara bisa gitu. Isi E belakangnya.
FYI tidur pun harus ada arahnya. Serius kamu kalau misalnya tidur nggak bisa kayak sembarangan?
Ya. Yo, thanks for bringing this up. Kasurku ini kan nih, harus ngarahnya tuh ke utara gitu loh. Soalnya kalau ngarahnya tuh ke barat atau ke selatan, sakit aku aja bisa mati Jol. Gitu sih kepercayaannya ya. Iya gitu sih kepercayaannya ya.
Arah kepalanya ke utara, tapi kepala kamu arahnya ngadep ke mana-mana terserah.
Nggak, kepala aku harus ke utara.
Wah.
Gitu. Nggak boleh ngarah selatan. Itu don't ask me about the details, alright lah. I don't know shit about that lah.
Utara atau timur? Wah.
Nah, itu tuh penting banget soalnya. Kalau nggak itu jelek bakal gini ya tidurnya gitu. Nggak nyenyak gitu. Gitu sih. That's what I heard.
Oke. Wah, menarik. Kita lanjut kalau begitu trivia ketiga.
It's a bit complex tuh. Let's go.
Bang Ali aku ajarin apa? Biar smooth
Name
masuk
one silly
kakak.
thing that
Pertanyaan ketiga, name one silly thing you did within the past 2 weeks.
oh, is this like new questions? I haven't heard this one before.
I have an 102-ish question.
Tapi kok yang aku lihat di episode itu kok hampir-hampir sama semua ya.
Kan nggak tahu, soalnya biasalah kalau misalnya sesi trivia ini kan cuma Tuhan yang tahu.
Oh yeah, this is falls back to RNG, right?
Betul.
Name one silly thing you did within the past 2 weeks. Probably the silly things. I don't know. I haven't done anything that silly before. I don't know if this is silly, right? Earlier, it happened earlier. Tadi tuh di tempat makanan kan belum buka deh tuh. Dia kan belum buka tuh. Aku barusan pulang dari beribadah, belum buka sekitar jam 9.30. Aku datang ke sana kan bukanya mereka tuh jam 10. Now my face was pissed off. Like I was like looking pissed off. I'm not pissed off because of something else. I'm pissed off because it was fucking hot. Right now, there's a tiny dude. I'm not nggak ngejek ya. There's a tiny dude. He came to me and he fucking backs away. I don't know why. He backs away. He calls his friend to talk to me. That's not silly though, but it is the most probably like the most closest thing I ever did that is called silly. Oh, I look pissed off. Right? I look a bit more scary, I think. That's why he called his friend. I don't know. He's probably like a bit intimidated by me.
Oh, sebentar, kayaknya aku mesti lurusin dikit ceritanya. Jujur aku kayak ngawang. Ini ceritanya di mana? Aku tidak terlalu menangkap. Basically kamu ke tempat sarapan.
Ya, makan. Tempat makan kan sarapan.
Ya, tempat makan, beli makan, terus ternyata salah ingat jadwal bukanya. Jam 9:30 nyampe di sana, ternyata buka jam 10. Terus kamu kepanasan, terus tiba-tiba ada anak kecil datang ngata-ngatain.
No.
Gitu.
It was not a child. It was a worker. It was a bit short, right? A bit short.
Oh, orang biasa pendek tapi datang terus kayak ngejek
mau ngasih
gitu.
Mau ngasih tahu kalau kita tuh belum buka.
Oh.
It was a worker there.
I see.
Now you get it right?
Yes, tapi I'm sorry, ini responku agak melempem dan chat mungkin agak bingung juga kamu ngomong apa teh.
Yeah, I was talking too fast. My bad, guys, my bad. So do you need me to retell the story?
No.
Yeah, but people was confusing, right? Jadi intinya tuh orangnya tuh takut anjir sama gue.
Oke. Baik, kalau begitu kita lanjut ya. Ada komentar sebentar, aku mau tanya. Panggil Gus Empin, kenapa Gus?
Gus Empin.
Gus itu bukannya kayak nama orang
Agus gitu kan? Agus kan?
Bukan. Kalau di arah Jawa Timur DKK bukannya Gus itu kayak Gus Muhaimin, kayak petinggi-petinggi
Ya.
organisasi agama.
Oh, kalau organisasi agama enggak sih ya, tapi back to kasta lagi. Kan tadi aku jelasin, tapi jelasin pas break sih. Tadi kan ada aku jelasin kasta. Tentang kasta tuh, itu Gus tuh.
Oh, Gus itu anaknya Kiai. Gus itu kasta?
Ya, kalau nggak salah itu sih. If I'm not wrong, Gus itu dipanggil untuk orang-orang yang berkasta ketiga kalau nggak salah. Kalau nggak salah ya. Tapi kalau aku dipanggil Gus itu, I don't mind it, right? But it is informal to call Gus to a second kasta, right?
Aku tidak mengerti.
Nggak mengerti kah? Nggak mengerti.
Kurang. Ini ada yang bilang bagus dari kata bagus nggak sih? Gus dari kata Ida bagus.
Oh, Ida bagus tuh. Ida bagusnya paling atas itu loh. Jadi kan dikata ada 4 level.
Are you actually Balinese?
Ya,
kok aku jadi ragu ya?
By name, ya, by name, only by name. Karena aku lupa-lupaan anjir. It's hard to fucking remember my own thing, alright?
Iya, aku meragukan, sumpah.
Oh, but I rarely go outside, alright? I rarely go outside. Jadi kalau aku mau tanya tentang hal-hal gitu ke orang tua aku dimarahin anjir.
Semakin aku tanya, semakin aku ragu.
Man. Hey, I'm full-fledged Balinese, alright? Trust me, alright? Trust me. I am full-fledged Balinese. Karena aku cepat lupa gitu loh. Soalnya kan ghost itu bisa gini beda-beda namanya gitu loh yang ku tahu.
Oke lah,
Itu
kita
sih.
lanjut aja kayaknya ke trivia keempat ya.
Just lanjut. My bad guys, my bad. I don't know my own fucking culture, right lah.
Oke, kita lanjut trivia keempat ya. Apa nih?
Let's go. What is your favorite vacation trip you've been on?
Wow.
Goddamn!
Wow.
Goddamn! Probably the one that I went to Singapore. That is the most impactful in my opinion. I learned a lot of things in their culture, and some of them are not even fucking close to ours.
Kenapa ke Singapura? Kapan dan berapa lama kah?
Singapore for 4 days. I think it was back in 26, no, 20.
4 day 3 night. 4 day 5 night.
4 day 3 night. 2017, 2018 probably 2016.
Baru berarti kan?
Yeah, it was like a decade ago probably.
Iya, tapi kan masih tidak tergolong kayak puluhan tahun.
Yeah. It was still recent. The way they handle buses, the way they handle people, it was a lot of bit of respect. But still, orang-orang di sana tuh agak tegas anjir. Aku pun takut kadang aku mau mesen makan tuh digalain anjir karena aku terlalu cepat ngomongnya. Sumpah.
Singapura tuh basically kayak Bali, kecilnya kan ya, pulaunya.
Iya. Tapi lebih kecil Singapura sih daripada Bali lah.
Iya, maksudku kayak pulaunya tuh kecil kayak Bali, sepulau doang kan.
Iya.
Dan basically kalau misalnya ke pusat kota Singapura itu kayak di Denpasar mungkin ya.
Yeah, for real itu.
Tapi jauh lebih terkembang kan, karena kan dia gede ya negaranya.
It's the center of the city. Best city, best internet, best everything.
Singapura bagus buat belajar. Buat keluar negeri pertama kali, Singapura is the best place to start. Kamu pertama kali ke Singapura kah? Bukankah? Atau ada negara lain yang pernah keluar?
Pertama dulu Jakarta itu negara nggak sih bodoh anjing lah. Nggak Singapura berarti lah. Yang pertama Singapura.
Kocak geografinya, kocak.
Fuck up, bitch. Like, hey, I don't know fucking geography about my own country, okay? But I do learn the global one. Yeah, Singapore is one of the best starting places to be to visit first because it is culturally almost the same. Cuma lebih tegas aja, lebih advance and lebih lebih teratur lah daripada yang di sini gitu loh. Love that place lah. I would have actually went there, studied there if he is still alive. He, if you know him, the earlier one that I talked about earlier. Remember that?
Okay.
My father. If my father is still alive, I would still studied there. That's the thing.
Okay.
And then what? Lupa aku nying lah. Nah, let's go. Lanjutin.
Kita lanjut. Ada komentar sebenarnya dari Yoru. Empin suka ke isekai. Ini maksudnya kayak Genshin gitu kan ya dunia. Bukankah? Atau yang lain lagi?
Isekai itu dunia lain anjir, dunia khayalan, dunia fantasi lah, right lah. Do I like fantasy or not? Of course, I like to go to a fantasy world, but I prefer to be in reality. Okay, as much as I want to go to a fantasy world to fucking slay demons or goblins and shit, I would just stay here. Okay, being on the reality side.
Harem isekai.
As much as I want that, I don't even know how to talk with girls, right? It would be impossible for me to have a harem.
Oke, baiklah kalau begitu kita lanjut ya.
Let's go. Next fucking
Trivia kelima ya. Apa nih?
What do you think of skincare? Oh, finally a familiar question. I don't use skincare, but I do face wash itu termasuk nggak sih?
Boleh. Meskipun ya tidak terlalu, tapi itu kan paling basic ya.
Yeah, I just use a face wash that my brother gave me. That's it. What do I think about it? It helps. It helps brighten up my face a bit. That's why I'm a bit more brighten up right now. If I don't use that shit, I look a bit more darker.
Okay, you guys probably can hear the no, Empin probably can hear the cat is kind of like screaming.
It's fine. I didn't. Oh my god, I can't hear it now. I didn't hear it earlier though. Is your cat okay?
They're okay, but ya kayak yang aku bilang tadi sebenarnya kucingku itu gimana ya, induknya kan di sini ya. Beberapa 2 minggu lalu kayaknya Empin mungkin pernah ingat atau mungkin viewer lain juga pernah ingat kalau misalnya aku kayak ada 3 di antara induknya ke sini, terus dibawa lagi besoknya. Dan beberapa hari lalu itu kayak satu ketemu di belakang, kemudian bisa diselamatkan. Satu lagi diantar maghrib, dan satu lagi belum ketemu sampai sekarang begitu. Agak lucu. Sekarang dia nggak mau deket-deket, dideketi dia nggak mau deket, tapi di teriak-teriak.
Those are like the teenage years, being a delinquent.
Minta nyusu nantilah ya, mungkin abis ini mungkin aku lihat ke bawah lagi. Jam segini teh, ya Allah. Bang Ali sebagai bapaknya bingung cari pasangannya kak induknya. Itu induknya kak. Kan kocak ya, masa bapaknya si indong teh.
Oh, fucking absurd comment.
Sudah 5 trivia, apakah mau lanjut atau cukup?
Should I fucking add more or should I not? I'm asking the chat. Should I add more? I would love to do more. Fucking just rattles my gambling addiction, right? Just trying to find like the most absurd question.
Aku sih terserah kamu ya. Marah dulu Bang Adli. Lebih marah lagi si Empin dari tadi Indong. Aku tidak semarah Empin dari tadi. Mau berapa kah tambah?
I'll add another 5. Tambah billing anjir, tambah billing lah. 5 more.
Boleh, yuk trivia ke-6.
What is your favorite? Oh my god, bro! Out of 102, I get the same question. Let's go.
Sebentar ya.
More lucky.
Tunggu kandannya sebentar ya.
Okay, chill.
Apa nih? Oh, name 3 behaviors that turn you off.
Oh my god, as a lurker, as a professional lurker, alright. I hate it.
Kapan sih kamu tuh punya momen 3 di mana kamu kayaknya malas deh nonton Indong, mulai dong. Momen di mana kamu tuh kayak ngerasa nggak nyaman deh kayaknya nonton streamer yang ini.
Probably when they're a bit too serious, right? That's one.
Kenapa?
I was a bit too serious lah. Terlalu serius lah. Aku kan pernah nih. I don't want to drop names, right? I don't want to drop names. Right?
Ini but maksudnya kayak terlalu kaku dengan aturan ya?
Ya, bukan terlalu kaku sama aturan. Aku nyandain dia kan. Aku bercanda sama dia kan. Cuman dia agak kedengarannya agak pissed off lah. I know he was just still a small streamer, right? Viewernya tuh ngomongnya tuh agak lebih formal gitu kan. I'll type some random ass like funny quotes to lighten up the mood, and it was like he didn't really take that very lightly. I don't know, like his moderator actually like warned me, bro. Like, what the hell? I was like, hell no, bro. I'm bouncing, bro. I didn't even follow him. I mean, just bounce. Sampai ada juga gitu, Bang Empin. Adli is different, alright lah. As much as he's diligent and persistent to his rules, he is more lebih terbuka dan lebih relax, alright lah. I like him.
Oh, makasih kak. Nanti kode kamar nanti ya kak.
I'm speaking the truth lah. No bias, okay. No sugarcoating or anything lah. At first, you know, this is the another thing, okay? Another funny thing. The first time I met you, I was like, what the hell is this stream about? I was overwhelmed by the whole layout thing because I didn't even like. Hear me out.
It's good.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. At first, I didn't read anything. All right, like it was a lot of information for me to assess. At first, that's why I'm a bit overwhelmed. All right, like, a bit ADHD.
Oh, right? I see.
Don't get offended. Okay, like, it's just my part of the thing. But as soon as I get like more reading around like kayak pas Juli tuh, when you were talking about your college life, you were nyari S2 kan? Itu dulu tuh.
Aha.
I start to learn. This is for this. This is for this. It's so neat. It's so tidy. Like it. Finally, I moved to a more like I liked it. I finally understand why you make so many things in the information. Put so many information in that. Even though you have like a gazillion fucking information on your about page, but it is more compact on your layout. I like it.
Oke, ada komentar. He be like, what's this weirdo doing?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about when I saw him. Like, not gonna lie, like he was like playing some dark ass game, like 2D like paper type shit. I forgot the game. That's not the point, right? Like, it was so many shit. Like it has like keyboard layout, it has chat, it has like those barcode things, like the counter and the other things on top. It was goddamn so many things I need to see. Like, but as I progress, I more watch him. I start to like it because it's more compact that way. Never thought of that because I rarely watch streamers with this kinds of layout. Okay, that's my excuse.
Paham. Terima kasih. Paham. Kalau misalnya buka Reddit, sebenarnya di subreddit yang Twitch atau OBS juga orang-orang kayak tanya, mending pakai overlay atau tidak sih? Mending gak usah pakai overlay apa gimana sih? Karena beberapa orang kayak yang beginian mungkin agak overwhelming, tapi aku ini cukup kayak nggak ada yang kurang dan kayaknya nggak ada yang berlebih.
Compact and detailed. I like
Betul.
it.
Cuma kalau misalnya dikurangi dan segala macamnya, mungkin ada yang kurang begitu. No bro, join the weirdo side. Dia mah, aduh Empin ini jujur aku iri dengan skill editing videonya. Itu butuh waktu lama, tapi wah ya Allah, hasilnya
finally someone acknowledge me lah.
Sangat-sangat berkualitas menurutku ya. Kalau misalnya kepo boleh cek di channelnya Empin atau di YouTube Empin atau di media sosialnya Empin. Empin kalau misalnya posting video itu caption, letak ini, letak itu, letak meme dan segala macam. Something yang kayaknya aku tidak bisa kerjakan sendiri dan aku pasti kayaknya mesti nyewa orang. Aku pribadi ya.
It's hard lah. It's not for everyone, okay? Nggak ngejek ya, cuman it's different. It has a different creativity for everyone, okay?
Betul. Harus ke Bali sih Bang Adli. Boleh, kalau Indong mau bayarin tiket pesawat saya bisa datang.
Oh iya, kalau tiket dari sana ke Bali mahal nggak sih? 500 nyampe ya? Atau 1 juta ya?
Nggak tahu, tapi kalau misal dari Padang ke Jakarta sih terakhir kayaknya 1,2-an. Pergi doang. Dulu pas aku rasanya 2018 itu di angka 1 juta kalau nggak salah. Pergi doang.
Isn't it a bit more cheaper now?
Kayaknya lebih mahal. Kalau nggak salah aku pernah dengar bisa 1,6 pas 1,7.
Nggak ada, what the fuck? Itu PP nggak? Itu atau cuman one way trip?
Pergi doang.
Holy shit, it's a one way trip. God damn.
Serius, emang mahalnya segitu. Cepet sih, sejam 10 nyampe kalau nggak salah di Soekarno-Hatta. Tapi kalau ya harganya begitu. SBY sedekat nadi dengan Bali aja 600 pin.
Oh masa ya? Wah, aku kira cuma 700 anjir. The fuck?
Belajar di sana sekalian tinggal Bang Adli, siapa tahu lama-lama masuk kakak.
What's up with Indong and my fucking family card? Huh?
Kita lanjut ya. Tadi kan baru satu ya. Kalau misalnya terlalu kaku dengan aturan dan terlalu tegang dan terlalu serius. 2 dan 3 apakah?
2 tuh probably audio lah.
Kenapa dengan audio?
I always say this, that audio is key to like people's enjoyment. Okay, if the audio is good, I would enjoy the stream even more. Maybe like kayak apa namanya? Kayak punyanya Unknown tuh kan? Itu tuh sakit telinga aku anjir, tapi I'll go through with it because he doesn't have any other than those tools he has right now. Tapi kalau audionya tuh kurang terlalu dimonitor ya, kayak gamenya terlalu keras, suara apa namanya nih, suara nada, suara lagu, suara voice. His voice is a bit more lower.
Yeah.
A bit more lower than his game. It would just piss me off. I would just like, I actually would type it like, bang, kalau nggak pakai bahasa Inggris ya, bang, itu suara gamenya terlalu keras bang, kecilin bang gitu. Nanti suaranya dia digedein. Nah tuh, I would do that. But if they don't actually like want to listen to my request or advice, I'm okay with it. I just bounce. Do what you do want. What do you do? What you do, and I'll just do whatever I go with. Ke streamer orang lain aja. And then what else?
Satu lagi. Ini sebenarnya dari tadi Yoru memberikan kode-kode ketika melihat Nurse main puzzle. Tapi yang ngetik Yoru.
If I say that, that's a bit more biased. Okay, it's sister bullying. You cannot do that, Yoru. Only I can. Okay, you should stay by your sister's side. You should support her, not supporting me. Kalau lagi satu apa ya? Gak kepikiran. Jadi kalau di antara dua itu.
Apakah satu lagi? Inisial Adli. Hey, tidak ya?
Kalau streamer, kalau layout nggak terlalu, karena layout itu yang kuliah itu bagus-bagus sih sebenarnya.
Tapi kalau semua dua nggak apa-apa. Kalau tidak bisa menemukan satu lagi.
Those two like audio and then a bit more tegas ya. Tegas tuh
serius.
Yeah, serious lah.
Cocky streamer. Cocky.
Oh my god, I got it. Cocky streamer, thank you for reminding me of that. Like, bro, I fucking hate cocky streamers, dude. Like, the ones that do probably like play Apex Legends. Like, those are the one more like a bit more cocky than the other ones. Like. Whenever kalau ada stream, misalnya kalau ada chat itu nanyain tentang bang, kalau aku kayak gini tuh benar nggak sih? Kalau gini minta tips dong tentang main ini main itu. This is a easy game, yo. Yeah, it's just like that, like, bro. I fucking hate it. Like, just because you win out of your luck doesn't mean you are fucking good at it. Okay, doesn't make the game fucking easy. Like, I always find this on like Rainbow Six Siege streamers, and then Apex Legends streamers. I rarely found Valorant streamers does that. Like, mungkin jarang ya, kurang bereksplor gitu ya ke sana ya. That's probably it. Like cocky streamers. Shit audio, and then serious streamers. So that's it. That's the three.
Oke, kita lanjut kalau begitu trivia ke-7. Capek bang?
No. Mataku mulai buram anjir.
Oh, apakah mau di-cut dari 5 lagi?
Nah, masa. Name 1 3 games that exhaust you by playing it, whether physically or mentally. God damn, bro, let's go. I want to fucking answer this. The first one is probably Rainbow Six Siege. Why? It's mentally fucking exhausting. Like, the way that I always die in that game is so unfair. It's exhausting me. Okay, that's first. Secondly, it's Genshin. It's Genshin. It's repetitive. It's boring. If it doesn't have any content, it's just gonna burn me out.
Genshin ini jangan-jangan juga gara-gara kamu kalau misalnya mainin orang lain, akun orang lain kamu lucknya bagus, tapi kalau kamu main akun sendiri lucknya jelek.
Iya, itu juga faktor sih. Cuman itu kan based on RNG, right? What I'm playing here is like the base game only. The game gets boring when there's no events on it, so it just exhausts me physically. Kalau R6 tadi tuh mentally exhausts me. And then the last one is probably Osu, bro. Physically and mentally just exhausts me whenever I play Osu, trying to get that perfect score, and then you just miss the last note, bro. I just want to fucking kill myself, bro. I spend like 5 minutes just locking in and moving my mouse, and then just lose like that. It's just really exhausting. Okay, those are just the 3 games.
Oke. Yang dimainin aja kayaknya ya, yang diingat-ingat.
Yeah, because I don't really play that much game nowadays. So.
Oke, ada komentar. When you think this is the safe place, out of nowhere you die just in a blink of an eye.
For real, dude, bro. You should try watching my Rainbow Six Siege videos on Twitter. Most of my fucking deaths are unfair. Either there's a reticle, right? Ada titik di apa namanya pas dia ngeker tuh kan. Pas dia ngeker tuh ada titik. Titiknya tuh jauh dari kepala aku tapi kena kepala aku. Like, oh my god, I was just like, fucking I had to calm down. Like, I had to calm down.
BTW, mau bertanya. Pernah membayangkan kan bedanya antara yang layarnya hertznya tinggi dengan hertznya rendah?
Oh, every time.
Kan itu beda ya, aku dengar-dengar.
Yeah. Okay, now that you mentioned this, do I have to explain it? Why does refresh rates matter in a FPS game? It doesn't matter in like casual games. You don't need like 144 hertz or 240 hertz monitor. But if it came to like FPS, it is more beneficial to have a 144 hertz rather than a 60 hertz. It gives you an advantage to more reaction time and information, because kalau if you have a 144 hertz monitor, the enemies appear more earlier than you, than like 60 hertz. 144 hertz is already enough. You don't need to get like 165 or 240 hertz. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Why? Because you can only see like 144 hertz on your eyes. Okay, if that makes sense. I don't really see the difference. When I tested out a 240 hertz monitor on a computer convention, I didn't really feel that much different when I'm playing on a 144 hertz. Maybe because of my damaged eyes or some shit, but when I asked my friend, he was a bit more like a professional player than me. He said it was a bit different, but it wasn't that impactful, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I need to drink first. But
Pusing. Atensiku kebagi-bagi 3, 4, 5.
Bro got surround sound on cats.
Oh, sebentar ya, Vin ya.
Yeah. Hey, stream take over, motherfuckers. I'm Adli HM now. What you wanna talk about now, huh? My guy is getting like bombarded by fucking cats, dude. Like, fucking cats kept joining in. Pin, what the fuck? What do you want? Punya gue nggak di rumah punya. Barusan kayak minggu lalu aku digigit tuh. I tried from a 60 FPS Overwatch to 180 FPS. What do you mean by hertz? By refresh rates? Is that even a refresh rate for 180 hertz? Masa sih ada loh? Fuck. I don't see any difference though. If you want a budget monitor, you should just try 144 hertz. It's super slow. That is good. But the difference is hey, your aim is potato because you're not focused enough yet. Okay, just try to relax. Try to relax and what's it called again? Assess your situations. Just move slowly. Okay, just move. Overwatch. A lot of the fucking heroes on Overwatch has homing weapons, right? Mercy have homing weapons. Arna has, what's it called again? Like those darts just like sticks to your teammates whenever you use her scope. Like aim is important in Overwatch for like soldier, but you need to like try to calm down, right? If you miss, just let it slide. Specialize on tanks and healers. I never do the EPS because I'm concerned with shit. That's the thing about Overwatch too. If you do DPS, right? It's not entirely your fault if you miss most of your shots. Think about Pharah, Genji, who else again? That has Sombra. Sombra is a DPS, right? Yeah, Sombra is a DPS. Sombra, that's like those people. Tracer, bro. Fucking hate those people. Okay, they have like movement altering abilities, right? Like, So if you miss on those, just think of it as bad luck, okay? Unless if you're using Moira, bro, I fucking hate Moira players. Nah, but you need to apply Pythagoras. Yeah, you just need to fucking do this first before aiming, right? To get the correct angle to put your crosshair into and just sniper. Although if you play Ana, it is a bit more easier to hit her. I don't know why. It just feels like that. Bro, last time I fucking play as a DPS in Overwatch, bro, I suck ass, dude. Can't even hit shit. Play soldier can hit shit. Play soldier can hit shit. The only time I could damage people was playing Symmetra. Symmetra was just like a laser, right? She doesn't even need to aim. You grab your mouse, right? You grab your mouse. You just trace the enemy. You just trace it slowly. Once you trace them long enough, they will just die instantly. The fucking Symmetra, what's it called again? Damage multiplier is so high. I don't know what's the current damage multiplier for her right now, but it is fucking crazy back then. And I kept fucking yapping, getting dehydrated on my lips, getting bright out here. What else? Oh, speak of the devil, he fucking came back.
Sorry.
Yeah. You good?
Mau nggak dibayar? Kenapa aku bayar? Apa? Ntar, kompetitif FPS nih, peak FPS. Punya kuku nggak di rumah? I tried from 60 to 180. Has a super slow, that's good, but different is... My aim is super potato. That's why I'm specialized on tank and healer. Never do DPS cause the potato aim. Parah, you need to apply Pythagoras. Sorry. Mana ya? Ini adalah basically masa di mana induknya basically berani untuk lewat di jalan depan.
Oh, ada masa-masa gitu ya?
Bukan, kan selama ini kayak diantar doang ya, tapi kayak nggak terlalu berani. Jadi kalau aku ngedeket dia lari. Kebayang nggak sih?
Yeah. Probably she got more comfortable with you, right?
Terus barusan kan aku manggil-manggil tuh ya, dan dia lewat. Jadi basically sudah tahu daerah lah ya.
Damn.
Mungkin nanti abis end stream aku bakal fokus mencari dan memancing biar ke dalam. Serius, karena makanan ada dan anaknya sebenarnya aku lihat-lihat sih sebenarnya senang. Mereka nyaman, main ada banyak. Jadi kayak gak apa ya, di belakang tuh cuma tumpukan kayu doang, Pin. Dan lebih berbahaya. Om juga bilang takutnya nanti ada ular yang makan, kan kasihan.
Oh iya, tempat rumah lu dekat sawah ya, nggak masalah.
Bukan, kan kandang ayam.
Oh iya.
Tapi kan banyak semak dan segala macam. Jadi kalau misalnya ada bahaya kan jauh lebih mengerikan ya dibandingkan di dalam. Sini kan jauh lebih aman ya, kan cahaya kelihatan semua. Nah gitu, cuma ya induknya sampai sekarang we'll see, semoga habis ini ya.
Udah hafal map tuh anjir lah, makanya dia lebih tenang kayak itu.
Betul. Ini trivia ke-7 kah tadi? Ke-8 kah? Aku bingung sendiri teh.
I think it was 7-1.
7, betul.
Yeah, probably it's 7-1.
Mari kita lanjut trivia ke-8. Kalau begitu
Yo.
Apa
Name
nih?
The top 3 first POV games you recommend to people to play.
Do you even play more than 3 though?
3 first person. Oh my god, I play all types of first perspective.
First person
POV perspective, right? Perspective POV itu apa ya?
Perspective
First
of
person.
viewer.
Oh, yeah,
Perspective of
perspective of viewer.
vision. Viewing,
Most of
something
them-
like that.
Most of them are like FPS games. What I would recommend first is
Point of view.
yeah, point of view. Yeah, first point of view is Doom Eternal. Not gonna lie, Doom would like actually help you train your aim and assess situation when you are being overwhelmed. You know Doom, right?
I know the title, but I never played the game.
Doom Eternal is more like an FPS game. It's like a lot of enemies on your screen. And just start blasting shit. Yeah, the Doom Eternal music. It's best for doing adrenaline things. The second one is Rainbow Six Siege. Despite my hate about the game, okay, why I would recommend Rainbow Six Siege is because it allows you to think outside of the box. The game can be played as however you want to play it. If you want to play it tactically, you can do it. If you want to just run in and do shootings, you can do that. Or if you want to do like a 2-man job, you can do that. It's almost endless of the possibility with all of the operators, like the characters inside the game. You could just make a lot of different plays from different set of team comps.
Okay. I do
No.
actually saw some people playing and actually enjoying R6, I guess, despite those cons.
Ya. Itu cuma gamenya aja jelek anjir. Gamenya pengen ku apain kan developer padahal bagus banget konsepnya.
Soalnya kalau misalnya aku kadang-kadang nonton orang kan mostly streamer Indonesia itu kan main FPS ya. Kayak Valo, Apex, kayak R6, kemudian kayak apa sih Overwatch. Tapi kayaknya yang komplain kebanyakan itu bukan di R6. Kayak R6 itu kayak tidak sejelek itu gitu loh. Aku lihat sejauh ini. Receptionnya positif.
Oh wow, really? Oh wow. Probably they haven't fucking experienced what I experienced for the last like 7 years playing that game.
Tapi kalau misalnya nyaman kan nggak jelek ya receptionnya.
Ya, kalau nyaman nggak jelek. Mungkin kayak karena first experience ya gitu ya. Atau mungkin mereka udah lama gitu, udah kebiasa gitu. Cuman aku tuh nggak susah menerima gitu loh. Hard to susah menerima. Kenapa aku mati ya kayak gitu, karena itu buset kali mati gitu loh. Kayak tadi itu aimnya dia kemana tapi aku tetap mati gitu loh.
Oke. Satu lagi kalau begitu.
What else? I don't think any first person, dude. I hate to recommend CS because it's shit right now. CS2 are not the same as CS:GO. Overwatch is a bit more overwhelming than R6. What else? Valorant, bro, the community is just toxic. I don't know about the other one though. First person.
Kalau tidak ada, tidak apa-apa.
Yeah, probably just two of them. Probably Doom Eternal and then R6.
Oke, kita lanjut kalau begitu trivia ke Apex, Fortnite. Fortnite kan bukan FVP, tapi TPP kan?
I think they do have a first person perspective, didn't they?
Oh, aku tidak tahu. Aku pikir cuma ada third person.
Wait, I think I mistook Fortnite for PUBG lah.
Ya betul beda.
Probably I mistake. Yeah. Oh, Apex. Oh yeah, Apex. Maybe Apex for the movements only lah. Apex is more complex on movement lah. If you can do movement and track people with it, you will be more undefeated in most games because tracking. Call of Duty. For Call of Duty Warzone is like for the Western people. Nah, bro. Nah, you won't find like people playing that shit in here. It's rare to see that. Right, probably R6, Doom Eternal, and then Apex. Apex movement wise.
Okay. Doom Eternal, R6, and also Apex. Okay. Mari kita lanjut kalau begitu trivia ke-9.
Let's go. The ninth trivia lah.
Apa nih? Do you prefer WFO, WFH atau hybrid? Kenapa? Tentu saja WFH.
Iya dong, of course I'm gonna fucking choose work from home. It's more relaxed. I could just manage my own time, and then it's close to my bed because I can't really fucking sleep on a desk. Okay. If I want to fucking destroy my back though. Yeah, simple answer. I just like being inside my home. It's more convenient working on the house because it is not demanded to me to go to the office. Why? Because it's not like it's not physical labor. Okay, I sit down in front of a computer or like a monitor or my laptop, perhaps. I could just do that at home. You know, I have my own internet access. I have my own desk, my own office. That's why I like it to work from home.
Tapi belum pernah coba kerja dari cafe hybrid begitu dan ke tempat kerja kantor fisik.
Nah, kalau ke luar tuh agak distracted. Kalau terakhir aku waktu magang tuh di kantor tuh I get a bit distracted. Okay, like I could work on that project. Okay, on that project for the day for like only like 2 hours, and then the rest of the day I would just like sit around and just spin my fucking chair. It would be a bit more boring.
Paham. Susah fokus kayaknya lebih tepatnya.
Yeah, susah fokus. Karena
dibandingkan di rumah.
Ada distraction.
Oke. Mari kita lanjut trivia ke 10.
Yeah,
ini kalau misalnya di rumah itu distraksi dibikin sendiri kan ya, ada.
Iya, distraksi kan. Itu kan kalau di rumah tuh distraksi itu lebih ke sekitaran kita lah. Kan kita bisa namanya tuh
kayak pasang musik atau misalnya pasang stream begitu kan ya. Jadi tidak terganggu dan kita yang bikin distraksi sendiri.
Real shit.
Oke, mari trivia ke 10.
Let's go. Final one, big money. What are your top 3 favorite singers? Dude, I don't know any artists.
Serius? Nggak punya kayak artis favorit kah?
I love one song, probably from Christina Perri. That's the only no.
Christina Perri?
Yeah. The 1,000 years. I fucking adore that shit.
Oh my god. Is this 2011?
I don't know. It just got stuck in my head. Okay, lately.
Cricket, Toke, and Bird.
Atau
mau ganti pertanyaan kah atau cukup kah?
Mau ganti pertanyaan? Ganti pertanyaan sih. It's not fair, okay? I don't know any singers, right? My bad, right? I don't know any singers, right? Let's just...
Boleh.
Can I change it? Can I change it?
Apa nih? Recommend us.
What's in your area?
Bagus.
Canggu.
Kenapa ada apa dengan Canggu?
No doubt. Canggu is the most traditional fucking place in Bali. Like, if you go there, oh my god, like, there's a lot of... It is expensive though to go there. Canggu itu tuh kayak lebih, kalau misalkan kalau turis itu pingin lebih ke the most authentic Balinese experience, go to Canggu. Itu aja sih.
Canggu.
Yes, Canggu.
Aku cari Canggu.
CANGGU.
Aku cari Canggu. Kalau aku dari Padang ke Kuala Lumpur, dari Kuala Lumpur ke Igusti Ngurah Rai, 6 jam 20 menit, 1 juta.
Holy shit, wait, million? Isn't that a bit cheaper?
Dengar dulu ya. Kalau aku dari Padang ke Soekarno-Hatta, Soekarno-Hatta ke Denpasar, 2.400.000.
What? Never mind then.
Makanya aku bilang agak kocak. Itu pakai Citylink.
Why is it so expensive though?
Gak tahu. Ya kira begitu.
Mungkin karena bandaranya ya.
Emang gitu. Serius, kalau di dalam itu mahal, Pin. Aku kalau misalnya ke Jakarta juga mahal. Ntar coba cari ya.
Oh, masa ya?
Soekarno.
Okay, I'm a bit lost. Okay, I never fucking buy tickets before.
Kalau lokal lebih mahal. Asli. Nih, kalau misalnya aku ke Soekarno Hatta sekarang 1,2.
Oh shit.
Langsung. Kalau pakai Garuda 1,9. Mahal, Pin. Serius. Nyampe bisa sejam sih, tapi mahal.
Bro, I thought it was like fucking like 500 or 700. I never fucking expected that it was like a million.
No, kalau yang segitu kamu berarti naik pakai bus itu mah.
Oh, bisa ya?
Bisa, tapi nyampe 3 hari.
Holy shit, never mind then.
Serius. Baiklah, sudah 10. Kalau begitu kita lanjut ke pertanyaan selanjutnya dari aku.
Oh, final closing. Let's go.
Sebentar trivia. Baik, mari kita lanjut ya ke pertanyaan selanjutnya dari aku. Apakah impression dan suggestion terkait program ini? Apakah kesan pesan dan kritik sarannya?
Oh my gosh, if I could just say everything that I said on my comments on your all of your videos. I would say it right now, but it is the best. I would still keep watching the VODs in your YouTube channel, right? It's one of the best podcasts I ever got myself hooked into. Good, professional, diligent as always for you, for the host. That's my kasan. That's my impression. If I want to fix anything, I don't think I have anything to say about fixing. Maybe do more, improve by a lot of the other people's suggestion, and get that shit to 100. All right, let's go. WMR 100.
Oh, episode ya.
Yeah, episode 100 loh.
Sekarang 59. Berarti ada kira-kira 41 ya. 41 itu kira-kira 10 bulan. Tahun depan lah ya berarti kira-kira.
I can't wait as long as you want. I can't wait. I expect to see like a special episode for 100 like. Maybe like 4 guesses. Let's go.
4 guess? Aduh, kita lihat ya kalau begitu. Ada pertanyaan? Kenapa mau ikut WMR Bang? Soalnya introvert, kan aku penasaran. Tanya Pelinpan 0803.
Wait, is she asking me?
Yes, masa aku? Kan aku yang buat acara, kocak.
No, I thought he was asking you. Kenapa mau ikut WMR? Because I don't know. It just feels like that. Everyone said. All of the episodes that I watched on his YouTube channel just said that they were nervous, they were do this, they were do that. I wanted to be the one that is more excited rather than being nervous, right?
Oh, oke. Jadi alasannya kamu pengen jadi bintang tamu yang merasa kayak excited begitu dibandingkan mereka yang nervous.
Yeah. Bro, how long have I been fucking watching you? Bro, like almost all of the episode, like 3 or 4.
Betul,
I'm a big fan of it.
Empin basically apa sih, fans paling setia di YouTube, jujur. Kayaknya cuma Empin yang kayak bilang secara terang-terangan kalau misalnya komentar di YouTube dan emang bilang kalau misalnya programnya bagus. Terima kasih banyak. Mungkin yang lain mungkin kayak nonton diam-diam, tapi kalau misalnya yang bener-bener kayak bold langsung terang-terangan cuma Empin, jujur kalau di YouTube teh, yang di WMR begitu. So
I'm not even sugarcoating it. I just love the program itself. That's how I met like all of the other streamers, right? If I should say the most impactful one, masih keinget sampai sekarang ya Lia. Itu tuh waktu I watched siapa ya namanya itu ya, kalau
Cephalosporin.
Yeah, it was that guy, the doctor guy, right? The fucking kid accident. That shit got stuck in my head for like weeks.
Why?
It just like feel a bit more impactful to me. I don't know why. It just the way he just wanted to save the kid, his friend's kid, he failed because the hospital doesn't have the things that he needed.
Betul. So alatnya kurang.
Yeah, it's so devastating, dude. He could have fucking saved the kid, but the fucking hospital doesn't even provide the shit. The goddamn pakai pipa, tabung loh salah ya. Tabung itu terlalu besar loh gini ya untuk masuk ke tenggorokan anaknya, nggak ada yang kecil-kecil gitu loh. Itu yang dikurang di hospital, di rumah sakit itu loh, if I remember correctly.
Betul.
And then another one is from the story from Klitopo, the fucking itu apa namanya yang disodorin dada itu loh, habis itu disuntik tuh anjir, motornya diambil sama dompetnya tuh.
Iya, itu kocak.
Bro, that is fucking funny, bro. I've died laughing. I told my friend about that shit. Like, they fucking died laughing too. Like, see, I love the WMR episodes. Why? Because I can hear the experience from other people. Because I don't really culturally knowledgeable about my own country. That's the thing. That's what I like. Yeah.
Oh, mungkin juga sekalian sebenarnya dengan program ini tuh kamu kayak bisa kenal ini itu dengan mudah.
Yes.
Jadi kayak tidak perlu kayak mesti pantengin streamnya dan tanya satu-satu, tapi bisa langsung dari sini aja kan ya, denger dia cerita, ngobrol.
Right on the spot.
Dibandingkan kayak mesti datang kemudian tanya sesuatu kan capek mungkin ya.
I don't have to do like this lah. I don't have to do like observe them first.
Kemudian tanya kan, masnya suka ini atau suka itu? Tapi nggak perlu gitu kan ya. Kalau di sini kan bisa tinggal denger doang terus bisa tahu orangnya gimana.
For real. That's favorite thing. Hey, if you want to watch Adli's WMR in YouTube, I always leave a comment on there. It's a summary of everything I like about the guy and his and the host. Yes.
Makasih banyak. Oke, aku baca komentar sebentar ya. Tadi ada komentar sebentar ya, undang Kang Cakri. Terus tadi ada yang komentar kan sebenarnya di atas, undang artis di episode 100. Terus dibilang Yoru undang Kang Cakri. Terus aku tanya dia artis dalam artian gambar atau artis selebgram. Terus dibilang Joy undang Deddy Corbuzier. Macam-macam. Terus ada komentar dari Kak Pelin-Pelan tadi terkait yang rumah sakit. Kadang harus ditransfer ke rumah sakit yang provide banyak, tapi entah di Indo gimana harus bayar lebih kah? Atau har episode nan. Kayaknya itu lebih ke itu deh Kak kayaknya. Dia itu kayak udah di detik di ujung. Kalau nggak salah pas cerita. Jadi memang hanya bisa di treatment di rumah sakit itu. Kalau misal dipindahin lagi kayaknya bakal butuh. Tapi mungkin tidak punya waktu yang cukup.
Yeah, the case was on the verge of death.
Yeah. Itu kalau nggak salah gestar dokter pertama kali aku di WMR Kak.
The first one.
Cephalosporin. Namaku rasanya disebut. Iya betul tadi. Cephalosporin itu dokter pertama. Terus kemarin ada Wibi kan dokter kedua basically.
Yes, the second. The two doctor, dentist.
Wah macam-macam. Oke. Kita lanjut kalau begitu Empin. Ada rekomendasi bintang tamu kah?
You don't know him, but he has a lot of stories about spiritual stuff.
Siapa?
He's called Zigniar.
Oh, kita belum mutualan kayaknya.
Yeah, you don't meet him because he stopped streaming.
Terus aku gimana mau undang kalau kamu rekomendasiin? Kocak.
Well, he moved to TikTok, but he told me that he was trying to get back to Twitch, but he was lazy, overwhelmed by his time. He doesn't have any time to spare to stream. That's why.
Wow, so busy, such a busy streamer.
Ya soalnya kan dia gini, dia kan kerjanya tuh harus nginep. Itu kan dia gini ke criminal investigator.
Wah.
See?
Bang,
it's interesting, right?
Bang suruh lah follow channel aku bang, biar aku bisa undang bang.
He's not here though. I will tell him though. I would provide his Discord message if you want.
Duh, criminal investigator. Wah.
He is fucking the best dude. Like, he knows lore. The way he speaks, the way he told things, is just mind blowing. I love hearing his stories.
Okay.
That's first. Zigniar. ZYGNER.
Okay.
R. Then another one is probably Kang Cakri. Gotta go with the man, the king himself.
Kenapa Kang Cakri?
Gotta complete the 4-pack, ain't that right? We got Nars, we got Yoru, we got fucking what's it called? Yeah, gotta complete the 4-pack, right? Gotta complete the 4-pack. It's like a fucking McDonald's toys or some shit.
McD. Kocak.
Gotta complete the collection.
Oke. Biar kalau misalnya foto ada berempat begitu ya. Gak cuma 3 doang ya.
The fucking the 4 pictures, the 4 horsemen of fucking dumbass people.
Oke. Sudah 2 apakah cukup atau mau tambah lagi?
Probably my friends. The other dude, the piece of shit that came earlier, Cardu streamer, also known as Leonki. I want him to be as a star as well. And that's all. The 3, just 3 of them.
Oke. Habis kah?
Yeah, all of them. Habis.
Oke. Ini bagian paling akhir. Apakah ada yang mau dipromosikan?
No, I don't have anything to promote. Not even my Twitch. Not even my Twitch channel. Why? Because I don't want to disappoint you. I rarely stream. Okay, I stream only once a year.
Oke, baiklah kalau begitu. Kita lanjut. Terima kasih banyak Empin.
Thank you so much.
Selesai.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much, Empin.
Such an honor to be the last 50th episode and the opening for the 60th. I'll be there on the 60th.
Apakah Empin mau sekalian dada-dada bagi para penonton dan para pendengar?
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you always stay with Adli and watch his content. WMR, one of the best podcasts in Indonesian Twitch streaming platform.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways, I don't have anything to say anymore. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching till fucking like 2 a.m.
1 a.m. But it is 2 a.m. at yours.
Yeah, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. in fucking Weibo time.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye, motherfuckers. Love you all.
Oke.
Matur suksema. Terus suksema mewali.
Baik, kalau begitu kita lanjut. Setelah ini kita mendengarkan satu lagu ya. Satu lagu saja. Ada apa ya ini tadi di request oleh si Kode Joy. Creepy Nuts.
Dude, my phone is fucking on fire.
Sebentar ya, Otonoke Creepy Nuts di request oleh Kode Joy. Setelah itu kita akan masuk ke segmen paling akhir ya. Terima kasih. Tapi saya akan terima kasih untuk 3 segmen ya. Karena di Rabu Jumat stream saya crash gara-gara AMD. Jadi tidak bisa berterima kasih. Serius kocak. Tiba-tiba tegang dan jadinya streamku mati mendadak. But anyway, selamat mendengarkan lagu selanjutnya ya.